What's up, Titans family? How you guys doing? My name is Kyle. Welcome to Titans Kingdom. Do me a favor, hit that like, hit that subscribe. This is all about the Titans, baby. Love you guys. The Bussin' with the Boys curse. Okay, let me say this before I get into this video. I am a huge fan of Bussin' with the Boys, okay? I watched all their videos. I am a huge fan of Taylor Lewan and Will Compton. You know, I love their show. I mean, it's amazing, but I do believe there is a Bussin' with the Boys curse. Here's why. AJ Brown, Isaiah Wilson, Will Compton, Jayon Brown, Rashard Evans, David Queensberry, Delaney Walker, Jamil Douglas, even Arthur Smith are all, Roger Softford, I can't even say his name. All former Titans. They were all Titans when they were on the podcast. And then after they did the videos with Bussin' with the Boys, they're no longer Titans. The only ones that are still around is Jeffrey Simmons, Kevin Byard, Brett Kern, and Derrick Henry. Vrabel, you want to count him. But even Arthur Smith, the coach, he was a Titan when he first did the podcast. And then he does Bussin' with the Boys, gone. There's a Bussin' with the Boys curse. Everybody talks about the Madden curse. Everybody talks about that. Nobody talks about the Bussin' with the Boys curse. Because nobody believes there is a Bussin' with the Boys curse. You go on Bussin' with the Boys and you're a Titan, you're either getting hurt, you're getting cut, you're getting traded. Or you're not getting re-signed in free agency. Those are facts. Pretty much. Those are facts. One of those, that's it. Evan Taylor got hurt. Derek got hurt. I think Evan Brett got hurt. Jeffrey's the only one still around. Stay strong. I really hope he doesn't get hurt this year. I really hope. But because he did Bussin' with the Boys, that's a concern for me. I really do. I've been a fan of Taylor Lewan ever since he was drafted. He was a backup for Michael Roos, and a lot of people didn't like Taylor Lewan. They still don't, even though he's the dad of Nashville. You know, I'm out here in Vegas, so it doesn't affect me. But a lot of people think he's overrated. I don't think so. I think he's an amazing offensive lineman, and he's still the only Titan I think that's been around as long. I think Brett Kern as well, but not. I think Taylor Lewan's got him beat. You know, but I think he's the heart of the Titans. You know, when I think of the Tennessee Titans, I don't think of Tannehill. I don't think of Henry. I think of Taylor Lewan. And I always do. You know, I know his contract's coming up very soon. And he had a bad season this season. Okay? He had an ACL tour the year before. So let's face it. You know, I mean, we knew he wasn't going to come out like the original Taylor Lewan. And throughout the season, later on in the season, he started getting a little bit better. But that first game against the Cardinals, man, Chandler Jones just made Taylor Lewan look like a baby. And honestly, I was really expecting them to release or trade Taylor Lewan this offseason. I thought for sure they were going to release him. I think Vrabel basically is telling John Robinson, whatever you do, just keep Taylor. Because Mike Vrabel made it known that his favorite player he's ever coached is Taylor. Him and Taylor have a very, very good relationship. I'm not saying Vrabel doesn't have great relationships with other players, but him and Taylor are like real tight. And same with Will Compton. They even brought Will back for a little bit, you know, last season. You know, not this past season, but the one before. And honestly, I wish Will was still a Titan. I think in his heart, he is a Titans fan. Even though I have seen him root for the Raiders, because he was on the Raiders team 2 different times. Just like he was on the Titans team 2 different times. But I think he, inside, you know, his heart, he is a Titan. You know, he still lives in Nashville. His show is in Nashville. You know, I think he doesn't have a choice on that because of Taylor. But still, you know, I think I would like to see Will Compton retire as a Tennessee Titan. When he decides to retire, at least. Now, Taylor Lewan's contract is coming up very soon to an end. I do not expect the Titans to re-sign him. And he made it known that he doesn't even see himself playing for another team. That he would actually rather retire than go play for another team. That is a diehard Titan. That's why I love Taylor Lewan. I really do. I love him as a player. He's awesome as a person. He has a great show. I mean, the guy is very likable. You know, I'm sure there's players that can't stand him on the field, but they like him on the personal time. You know, and I was watching him do a show with Quentin Nelson one time, and he asked Quentin Nelson, would you ever play with the Titans? Of course, Nelson's going to say no because he's a Colt. But could you imagine Nelson and Taylor Lewan playing side by side? Huh. Derrick Henry would have about 5,000 yards. Forget the 2,000. Derrick Henry would have 5,000 yards. You know, I did like Roger Salford. I can't even say his name. We gotta fix my tongue or something. I always liked Roger. I really did. I thought him and Taylor together were dynamite. You know, it sucks that we lost him to the Bills, and he's probably going to be a Super Bowl champion this year. The Titans are in a rough spot. You know, I think they need help on the offensive line still. You know, and right now with this Bussin with the Boys curse, you know, we already lost Queensberry. We lost Southfield. I mean, Jamil Douglas. I mean, Isaiah Wilson. There's a lot of offensive linemen we lost ever since they did Bussin with the Boys. Fantastic show. It's amazing. They had Jelly Roll on there, many other people. But it's a curse. I'm telling you. If you're a Titans fan, if you're a Tennessee Titan player, do not go on that show until you retire. Derek, don't do it again. That's why I think you got hurt. Because you went on the show and you got the Bussin with the Boys curse. They already re-signed you. They signed you to an extension. So you didn't have to worry about getting traded or anything. But you got hurt. Bussin with the Boys curse, I think, is very, very real. I really do believe that. I really, really do. Everybody talks about the Madden cover curse. No. The Bussin with the Boys curse. Mark my words. I mean, really, it's a bad thing to say because I love the show, but I really do believe the Bussin with the Boys gives you a curse if you're a Titan, if you're on the Titans. All right, guys, do me a favor, hit that like, hit that subscribe. Again, man, I love Taylor Lewan. I am a huge fan of his. I've always liked him as a player. I remember back when he was in Michigan and he had to do the interrogation. He got into some trouble. I remember watching his video on that. You know, I've been a huge fan of his for the longest time. He definitely looks really different from when we drafted him. You guys remember when he got drafted back in 2014? I think it was 2014, right? When he looks totally different than what he does now. It's really crazy. But like I said, I'm a big fan of his, and I hope he stays with the Titans for a few more years. I really do. I think he is one of the pieces that holds the Titans together. I thought him on the offense, and back when we had Jarrell Casey on the defense, I think that's what the two keys were for the Titans. But Casey, unfortunately, was traded to Denver and then retired as a Titan. But, you know, it is what it is. You know, just because I like the show and like him as a person and like his plays, you know, like him as a player, doesn't mean his show has a curse for the Tennessee Titans. You know, so we'll see what happens. All right, guys, do me a favor, hit that like, subscribe. Thank you for watching Titan Kingdom. I love you guys. See you guys later.